Okay, great. So we're going to start in a cross-legged position. The class I wanted to do today is very much around the area of the heart, and just sort of really doing lots of heart opening and chest opening, and that's really good for our posture as well. When we're feeling, somebody said a bit anxious, then it's really good to do work that's good for our posture, because naturally when we're anxious we want to enclose all of this area, and it's good to open that up and just force ourselves to breathe a little bit easier as well. So starting in any cross-legged position for you, you might want to just try this cross-legged position that I tried to do, which is where we've got the heel really pressed up into us and resting there, and it's quite comfortable. It might not feel it if this is the first time you've done it, but then the heels really pressed into each other, and relaxing the knees fully down. If you feel that you're hunched a little bit here, you might want to grab a little cushion for underneath the hips to bring the back nice and straight. And we're just going to roll the shoulders up, round, back and down. And already you'll feel as if we're really pushing the chest forward and lifting through the breastbone. And just bringing the, rising through the crown of the head, just lifting nice and tall. We can preserve our energy by having the hands facing down on the lap, or if you want to, you can have the palms facing up, whatever feels more comfortable for you today. Okay, so we're going to be doing some deep abdominal breathing, so really deep in the belly, area of the belly. If you've got any essential oils, I noticed Jojo has, so feel free here if you want to use a bit of essential oils and just engaging in your practice and making it a sensory experience for you. So sitting as you are, maybe notice if you've already started to hunch a little bit, so just bringing that awareness back into the body, sitting up really nice and tall, relax through the shoulders. And we're going to close off the eyes. Just notice your breathing first of all. Notice where you're breathing from, whether it's really shallow in the area of the neck, maybe shallow in the chest area around the heart, or you might notice that you're breathing really well in the area of the tummy. We're going to begin deepening the breathing, so breathing in for a count of 4, and we're going to add some retention as well. So breathing in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, and slowly breathing out through the mouth for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to repeat that. So breathing in through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really making sure that's in the area of the belly. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to do a few more rounds of that at your pace. If you want to extend the exhalation and breathe out for a few more counts, feel free. And we'll just go quiet for a moment as we really connect to our breathing and center ourselves for the practice. Couple more rounds. Okay, so keeping the eyes closed, we can allow the breathing to find its natural rhythm again. Just check into how you feel and how that was for you, whether that was a little bit more challenging today or whether that came really easily, just noticing how that felt for you. Whether you had monkey mind wandering, just bringing it back to the here and now. Okay, we'll gently flutter the eyes open. Okay, so let's do a little warm up, particularly around the area of the neck and around our middle region where we're going to be doing lots of work today. So we're going to start by taking the head over to the right, keeping the shoulders really nice and relaxed. So keep that good posture. So keeping that really nice and tall, lifting through the breastbone. So we don't want to be hunching here. So sitting up really nice and tall. Good. Breathing it in. We're going to take 3 slow, deep breaths. You can close off the eyes if you want to connect to the stretch, connect to the sensations in the body. Nice to do some big sighs out through the mouth. Good. And gently bring the head back to center. Head over to the left now. So gently taking it over to the left. Notice if one side is a little bit trickier than the other. I'm going to take 3 slow, deep breaths here as well. Good. And slowly coming back up to center. Let's interlock the fingers on the crown of the head, staying up nice and tall in the upper body. We're just going to bring the chin down to chest. And there's a stretch down the bottom of the neck. Maybe between the shoulder blades. Not putting too much pressure at all on the crown of the head, just a little bit of weight. Good. And then slowly release the hands, bring the head back up to center. And we'll just take the head back slightly, looking up to the sky. Again, keeping the shoulders down, looking up. Breathing easy here. Good, and back to center. Okay, let's take some sun arms, and again, just engaging with our breath. So hands back behind the body. We really want to be lifting that breastbone again. So we're going to inhale, take the arms back and up, palms meet, lovely. And exhale, really spreading through the fingers as if we're trying to push down through the space, the air around us. We're going to do that 4 more times. Inhale, arms reach up, looking up to the sky. Exhale, really push through the hands, spreading through the spaces in the fingers, between the fingers. 3 more. Inhale up. Looking up, gently on the neck, palms meet. Exhale, turn the palms. You can bring the chin down to chest if you want to. 2 more. Inhale up. Keeping that posture really nice and up, really strong through the body. Exhale. Down. And last one. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale. Big sigh out. Good. Okay, coming back to center, we're going to take a little twist round to the right now. Left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Inhale, find some lift through the spine, through the crown of the head. And then exhale, twisting, looking behind, keeping the shoulders pressing down. Bear in mind it's very early still, haven't moved much. This might be a little bit tricky. Good. Gently back to center and a baby counter twist the other way. And then swapping sides, so right hand to left knee, left hand behind. Inhale, lift through the spine, lift the breastbone, and then exhale, twist, looking behind. Good. Back to center, and again a baby twist the other way. Okay, let's come to tabletop. Just getting ready to finish off our warm-up before moving into the main part of our practice. So into tabletop with the wrists underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. We're going to just do some cat-cows here. Make sure the index fingers are pointing forwards to the top of the mat. We're spreading through each finger as well. Okay. We want the elbow creases to be facing each other, not forward. So just taking a little twist, making sure that the elbow creases are facing each other. If not, we can get hyperextension there. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, looking up to the sky, push the mat away from us, getting that lift between the shoulders and ears. And then exhale, rounding the back, tucking the tailbone right under chin to chest. Good. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, rounding the back. Good. And again, inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale through the mouth. Good. Two more. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, round. Last one. Inhale. And exhale, rounding to cat pose. Good. Okay. So starting with our first heart opener, let's walk the hands forward, reaching out in front. We're going to come to melting heart position. So with straight arms, we're going to drop the chest down to the ground, spreading the fingers nice and wide. And if you can, trying to get the chin down on the ground. And ideally here we want the hips to be stacked over the knees. So just take a little glance at where your hips are. If you're too far back, then bring it forward. Bringing the chin down to the mat. And this is really good for our shoulders, again with our posture here. We're going to take some deep breaths. So as we inhale, we'll come up slightly, just gently relieving from the pose. And then exhale, really push the armpits down towards the mat. Two more breaths. Inhale, gently come up. Exhale, release, push the elbows down to the mat, chin down on the ground. One more. Inhale, gently release. And then exhale. Push, find some extra depth and space in the posture. Okay, we're going to walk the hands over now to the right hand side. So coming into a little twisted melting heart here. Walk the hands over to the right, and we're going to really stretch through the fingers here. You should feel a nice side body stretch along the whole left side body. You can relax the forehead down on the ground. Two more breaths. One more. Good. Okay, coming up onto the fingertips, and we can walk the hands now over to the left. And we'll do that same stretch again, reaching round to the left, getting a good side body stretch in the right side body. Relax the head down onto the mat. And we're going to take 3 breaths here. Close the eyes. Really relax through the body as you're exhaling. 2 more. You might feel a little burning in the shoulders, a little bit like me as well. This is good for also strengthening. Good. And back to center. And we're going to send the hips all the way back now to a little active child's pose. So you might want to just open the knees a little bit wider, reach the arms forward, relax the head down onto the mat, toes touching at the back. And just breathing through the belly, feeling the gap between the thighs, the belly expanding. Good. Just relax through the breath. Okay. So we're going to come back up into our tabletop position. And we're going to move into our first downward facing dog. Let's stretch a little bit through the lower body. We've done a little bit on the upper body now. So we're going to curl the toes under behind us and really pushing through the shoulders down away from the ears. Lift the knees up and send the hips back, finding our first downward facing dog. You can have a little bend in the knees if you want to start. And we're going to just take some deep breaths here, pedaling out through the legs. Keep the neck nice and relaxed. Alternating between the legs. Good. Really try and push that tailbone up to the sky. Keep the feet hip width apart. And really send the hips back, keeping the body in a really nice V shape. Good. Hold it here. Remember to breathe. Two more breaths. One more. Okay, and we're going to crisscross the legs, stepping forward to the top of the mat. Nice and easy. Staying in a little forward fold here, bring the feet together. So feet completely touching together, spread through the toes. And we're just going to come into a little half lift, so hands can come onto the shins, the front of the legs. Inhale, half lift. Keep the shoulders rolled back and down, and keep the weight forwards into the toes. So take a little lean forwards here. That's it. Lovely. We're going to hold it here for two more breaths. Really feel that in the fleshy, meaty part of the hamstrings behind. Keep the neck nice and long, not straining to look forwards at me, just feeling through the posture. Okay, we're going to take the arms out to the side, bring a little micro bend to the knees, arms out to the side and up all the way to standing, and palms down through heart center. Good. Okay, lovely. So we're going to take the hands onto the lower back, roll the shoulders back, and really bring those elbows in touching, or as close, they won't touch here, but bring them in to be parallel to each other. And we're going to take a little glance up to the sky. So nice open chest here. Just take a couple of deep breaths. Good, and gently we're going to ragdoll to a forward fold. So bringing the head down first, chin to chest, relax the arms, and then we'll slowly lower each vertebrae all the way down to a forward fold. We're going to be repeating this a couple of times. I like to bring a little micro bend to the knees. Here, interlock the hands behind the back, roll the shoulders back. And we're going to lift through the arms, opening out the chest. Really relax the head and neck here. Try and bring those arms back as far as you can. Breathe. Two more breaths. One more. Good. Gently release the hands. Take the hands onto the shins. Inhale, half lift, find space. Bring the hands up to around the knees. Keep the core tucked in here. We don't want to be relaxing through the core. So keeping the core engaged, weight forward in the toes. Neck nice and long, looking down at the ground, a little bit in front of us. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Good. Let's inhale, take the arms out to the side, reverse swan dive up to above the hands up above the head, palms together. Exhale, hands through heart center. Good. Okay, hands on the sacrum again. Holding round the lower part of the back, shoulders rolled back and down. Bring the elbows in nice and tight to each other. And we're going to take a little glance up, looking up to the sky. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Okay, ragdolling down to a forward fold. So chin to chest. Relax the hands. And slowly rounding the back, moving forward. All the way. Okay, interlocking the hands behind the back. Taking the hands behind the head as much as we can for 3 breaths. And again. One more. Gently release the hands. Take the hands onto the shin bone. Inhale, half lift, looking forwards. Sorry, looking at the ground, but forwards in front of us. Good. 2 more breaths. Okay, inhale, raise the arms up and overhead. And palms together down to the heart. We're going to do that once more. So bringing the hands onto the sacrum, shoulders roll back and down, elbows in tight, really pushing and opening the chest, lifting through the breastbone, nice and tall here. Take a breath in, and then exhale, leaning back, looking up to the ceiling. The emphasis is to really concentrate on lifting the chest. We don't want to be concentrating on leaning back too much. We're opening the chest here, not working on a back bend so much. We don't want to be putting pressure on our lumbar spine. 1 more breath. Good. Gently ragdolling down to a forward fold, chin to chest. Lower all the way down, nice and slow, mindful movements. Just really noticing how the spine feels here. Okay, interlocking the hands behind the back. Taking a breath in. And then exhale, taking the arms back behind the head. 2 more breaths. Keep the weight forward in the toes. Good. Gently release the hands. Hands come onto the shins. Inhale, find that half lift. Shoulders roll back and down away from the ears here. Keep the neck nice and long. Back's nice and straight here. 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. Good. Let's inhale, take the arms out to the sides and up. Palms meeting together. Exhale, hands through heart center. Good. Okay, lovely. So Let's come to a couple of standing postures. So let's start with taking the right leg behind. So we're going to take the right leg behind. Okay, so we're going to come into like a warrior one position here. So with the back leg, we've got that turned out slightly, and we want to keep the hips facing forwards towards the top of the mat, bending through that left leg, keeping the knee over the ankle. Keep that back leg nice and straight, engage through both glute muscles, the quad muscles, really strong foundation here. Let's inhale, take the arms up. And let's exhale, release the hands. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, arms up. You can take the gaze up this time. Keep the shoulders pressing down away from the ears, but lifting up through the hands. Exhale, release. Inhale, reaching up. This time we're going to bring the palms together and coming into Kali Mudra, so interlocking the hands all by the index fingers. And we're going to take a gentle lean back here, so staying really nice and strong in those legs. Notice the front stretch around the tummy area, the abdominals. Good. Gently release the hands down. Okay, so we're going to come into warrior one again. So inhale, arms up. And let's twist round to our warrior two. Good. So for warrior two, we've got the hips facing towards the right. We've got the tailbone tucked under. We're looking towards the right side. So the body, is facing towards the right. The arms out parallel, looking over that left middle finger. And we're going to hold it here for 10, 9, 8, breathe, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's reverse the warrior. Let's take the right hand down to the back thigh. Inhale, take the left arm up to the sky. Keep that bend in that front knee. Naturally, the leg wants to start to straighten a little bit, but keeping that lift, keeping that really nice bend in the knee. Spread through the fingers here. You might feel a burning in the thighs, I do too. Looking up to the sky. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to warrior two. Arms out straight. That's it. Nice. Looking good. Keep that tailbone really tucked under here and engaging in the core as well. Okay, let's sweep the arms up, hips forward, coming back to warrior one. Keep that nice and bend through that left leg. We're really doing some strengthening here as well. And let's take the arms back behind us, interlocking the hands behind. Really pull the shoulders back. Imagine there's something like a pencil between the shoulder blades and you're trying to squeeze to keep it there, holding there. Good. Let's have a little release for that leg. Let's straighten that front leg. Staying where we are, nice and upright, chest open. Couple more breaths. One more breath. Good. Okay, gently release the hands. We're going to bring the hands down to the mat and we're going to find a little downward facing dog. So taking the left leg behind, coming back, sending the hips back. Let's find downward facing dog here. Let's stretch out the legs and hopefully, if like me, you can feel the left leg is, and the left quad muscles done a lot of work. So we're just going to stretch out the legs a little bit here. Remember to breathe, really connecting to your breathing. Good. Okay, let's take the right foot forward this time between the hands. And let's step that left leg out a little bit. We're going to be coming into our warrior one position from our downward facing dog. So keeping the right knee over the ankle. And we can slowly bring the arms all the way up, finding warrior one again. So again, making sure the knee is over the ankle. Exhale, release the hands. Good. Inhale, taking the arms up again. Looking up to the sky this time, spreading through the fingers. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Coming into Kali Mudra, so everything interlocked apart from the index fingers, and taking a gentle lean back, stretching through the torso. Keep that front knee nice and bent. Good. Gently release the hands. Okay, inhaling, coming up, warrior one again. And then we're going to twist round. So twisting to the left, coming into warrior two. Okay, so warrior two, again, we've got the hips tucked under here. We're engaging the glutes a bit. Arms out, nice and straight. Keep that bend in that front leg. Good. Okay, let's take the left hand to the back of the left thigh. Right arm comes up. Inhale. Exhale, find warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left hand to left leg, right arm up. Exhale, release. Inhale, take that arm up. Hold it here for 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that right leg nice and straight. We don't want to be bending that in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release the arms. Let's inhale, take the arms up, forward, coming back into our warrior one, hips facing the front. Feeling that burn in that thigh. Exhale, take the arms behind, interlock. Really strengthening here. Good. And then gently straighten that front leg. Let's release that. Good. Keeping the shoulders pressing back and down here. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Taking a couple of deep breaths. Keep the chin nice and relaxed. Good. One more breath. Okay, let's take the hands down to the mat, framing the foot, and we're going to send it back to downward facing dog again. Okay, pedaling out the legs. Hopefully the legs feel a little bit more even now. Good. Pedaling between each leg. And we're going to do a little strengthening here for our core, as well as opening our heart. So we're going to be moving from downward facing dog to cobra, or upward facing dog, whichever variation you prefer. So if you want to just take a little look how that's going to look, first of all, feel free. So from our downward facing dog, we're going to be moving our weight forwards into like a plank position, dropping the hips, opening through the chest. If you want to here, you can release the feet, keeping the legs lifted, or you can relax the legs down, whatever variation you want. And then we're going to be moving back to downward facing dog. So we're going to be doing this about 5 times. So from our downward facing dog, we're going to shift the weight forwards, gently release, coming into full up dog, or releasing the feet from behind, relaxing the legs down on the mat, whatever feels good for you. Make sure you're squeezing the glutes here, protecting our lumbar region of the spine, the lower back. And we're going to send it all the way back, downward facing dog. If this is a little bit too much, rather than up dog, you can come into a child's pose if that would be easier for you, whatever feels better for you. Okay, so from downward facing dog, let's come forward to upward facing dog. Release through the legs, open chest, pushing the shoulders down away from the ears. Send it back. Just 2 more of these. This is very challenging, very much. The heart rate is up, blood's pumping around, and send it forwards again. Good. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. 1 more, inhale, moving forwards to up dog. Looking up if that's comfortable. Exhale, send it back. Okay, let's bring the knees down to the mat. Let's come into a little passive child's pose from there. So knees together, sending the hips back, toes touching behind, relax the forehead. Take the arms back down by the side of the body. If you want to, you can make some little wrist rotations here. One way, and then back the other way. And then when you're ready, just taking the arms down by the side of the body, relaxing here. Take some deep breaths. Allow the breathing to settle. Okay, so we're going to be moving forwards onto our front. So coming down onto our front, we're going to come into Sphinx pose first of all. So for that, we want the elbows directly underneath the shoulders. So keeping the shoulders pressing down away from the ears. We've got the hands down on the mat, index fingers forwards. That's it, just looking in front of us, keeping up really nice and tall here. You can open out the feet a little bit wider here. Good. Hold it here, breathing nice and easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We're going to attempt here and see how you feel with this one. With the hands down, and we're just going to straighten the arms. So it's a bit of a deeper back bend. You might feel that on the pubic bone a little bit. Just be mindful of that. Keeping the shoulders really nice and strong here. Hold it here if you're here for 1, 2, 3. Keep the neck nice and relaxed. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's bring that left forearm down, back into that Sphinx pose, and we're going to bend the right knee. So we're going to move the right hand behind and just taking a little quad stretch here. So just taking that back as much as we can, and we're nice and open through the chest, keeping strong through that. And gently release that foot. Sitting the other side, really strong through that right arm. And left leg, knee right slightly. Grabbing hold of that foot behind. And again, nice quad stretch here. Good. Release. Okay. So we're going to come up into this position. So gently coming up. Actually, let's first move on to there. On the spine, moves the child's pose. Relax the forehead onto the hands if you wish. Good. Okay, and then your top position. The outside of the hand. To the outside of the right hand. Release the hips. So we want to keep right knee ankle. And we're going to do right arm up above. Take the arm up. So right arm is up. That's it. Good. Right arm up. And then we're going to send it back as much as we can. If that's a little bit too much, you might want to take the hand onto the hip and gently looking over that right shoulder. Good. Really nice. Nice. Spinal twist here as well. Gently relax. Let's go back to our tabletop position. Swapping sides. So we're going to bring the left foot on the outside of the left hand. Relax the hips here fully. And this time I'm going to inhale, take the left arm up, reaching up nice and tall. And then taking that arm back as far as you can reach. If that's too much, take the hand onto the down, another pose before coming into our relaxation. So this is one of my favorites, one of the best for really working on your posture. So we're going to be doing locust pose. So coming onto your front. So laying down onto the front, really nice. Okay, so open out the feet here, just wider than the mat. So just wider than the mat. Take the hands behind the body, relax the forehead down, interlock the hands behind the back, and really try and draw the fists, the hands down away from the body. And what we're going to do is lift the head and chest and look forwards. And we're going to really push those hands down as we do that. So we can inhale, lift, coming up, and then exhale, release. We're going to do that a couple more times. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulders back and down, keep the feet down on the ground. Exhale, release. This last time we're going to be holding it a little bit longer. Inhale, moving back. 5. With the arms forward, so we're going to be lifting through the hands, and this time we're going to be introducing lifting through the feet as well. Okay, so everything palms facing down, the feet are down, keep the feet just wider than hip width apart. Okay, so let's inhale and lift, squeezing, reaching forwards, squeezing through the whole back body. Exhale, release. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, release. Let's do that 1 more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Good. Let's take a little rest in crocodile pose here. So resting with the hands one on top of each other with the forehead resting down. Gather your breathing. Just really take a moment to notice how you feel in your body. Notice what words come up, whether that's strong or tired or anything else. Just really tuning into how you feel. Sometimes in the rat race of everyday life, we can lose touch with what our body needs. How do your energy levels feel right now? What is your energy being used on at the moment? Is that something that's worth your energy? Okay. We're going to roll onto our backs now, coming into Shavasana. And we're going to take our Shavasana either in the conventional way with the legs out straight, or if you want to, you can come into a reclined butterfly with the palms facing up. Or if you want to, you could even have the hands just resting on the tummy, connecting to your breathing, whatever feels the best for you today. Soften through the body. Notice all of the areas of the body connected to the ground. Just take the shoulders, push the shoulders down, away from the ears slightly. Notice any noises around you, external or in the house, allowing them to be there, allowing them to remind you that you're in the present moment. That's all part of yoga, is being present, aware. You can take a couple of just slow, deep breaths in through the nose and a big sigh out. Relaxing the chest. And again, breathing in. Big sigh out. Good. Repeat that as many times as you feel necessary. Just notice any way you might have built any tension, maybe in the area of the forehead. Parting the lips slightly, allowing the jaw to completely relax, the lips to relax. Now in this rest in the body, give yourself permission to rest. Allow anything else to do. The mind is thinking of all the things that you should or could be doing. Just bringing it back to the body, to your breathing. Allowing yourself to just be. Okay, we can begin to bring some awareness back into the physical body. Be taking a couple of deep breaths to wake up the body. You might bring on the response of a yawn. Allow it to be one of our human responses. We always want to fight a yawn, but it's always connecting to what the body needs. You can take the arms up above the head and take a big stretch behind. Good. You might want to bring the knees into the chest and give yourself a nice big hug. Keeping the eyes closed. I want us to look and be within as long as possible. You might like to roll onto one side now if you're ready. Taking your time to get there. And using the arm as a bit of a pillow. And resting when we get here. If you feel ready, you can use your sense of touch through the hands to bring yourself up to an upright position. To any comfortable cross-legged position. Rest the hands on the knees, palms facing down. And just coming back to what we did at the start of our practice in our posture, just sitting up really nice and tall, relaxing through the shoulders, sitting up through, tall through the crown of the head, relax through the facial features. Let's just take the hands one on top of the other in the area of the heart. So you can focus on your heart beating. We can take a big slow breath in through the nose all together here. And a big sigh out through the mouth. Relax the shoulders. Let's do that 2 more times. Big deep breath in. And a big breath out. 1 more time. Namaste.